This is NDTV, and you're watching NDTV Prime.
Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, Kanpur, Kolkata, Pune, Goa, Indore, Hubli, Kochi, Jaipur and Coimbatore. These are not the first cities that come to mind perhaps when we think of India's startup centers. It's usually been so far around Bangalore, Delhi in the national capital region or even Mumbai. But believe it or not, we are told that an increasing volume of entrepreneurs and their startup ideas now coming from smaller cities in India, tier 2 or tier 3 as they are known. What's causing this and why and how do these small cities score when it comes to creating the next big startup from India? That's what we are looking at. Let me introduce my panel right away, and we really have tried to get a sweep from across the country this evening. Sahil Verma, founder Pure Mart from Jammu, is now joining us. He's running an online store for natural and organic products. Nishant Patni is CEO and founder at Culture Alley, an online education platform. Also with us, Sagar Daryani, co-founder and CEO at Wow, who's with us. This is the first major chain of branded momos. Sagar joining us from Kolkata. And Vinod Sood, MD Hughes System, and also charter member of TAI Delhi. Thanks very much, all of you, for taking our time to be here today. Nishant, let me start by asking you. Now, there are all those who would say that, you went to IIT Bombay, you also went to the Kellogg School of Management. When you decided to start up, you could have basically chosen any part of India. You could have gone to the more popular and the more, to say buzzing centers like, say, a Bangalore or a Delhi. But you chose instead to go back home to Jaipur and prove that you can create a mega successful product there. How difficult was it to make that decision?
So there were a few clear reasons why I chose Jaipur as my place to start it out as against Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore. Number one was the availability of great tech talent. So contrary to popular beliefs that tier 2 cities, tier 3 cities may not have great talent, some of these places such as Jaipur are actually a great place to find and groom good quality technical talent. And as a startup, you don't need thousands of people, you just need a few very good people who can join in and who can shape up the initial product. So that was one. The other reason was that consumer internet companies such as ours are actually location agnostic, right? So you don't really have to be where your clients are because your clients are pretty much across the country or across the globe.
You can be anywhere.
So it really doesn't matter if you are in front of them or if you are situated away from them, right? The third thing which is also quite important is that being slightly tucked away from the metros allows you to really focus and stay away from the hype that there is, So it really allows you to focus on what's the work at hand. And then obviously, last but not the least, these cities are very livable, right? So these cities provide a perfect combination of the amenities that big cities have to provide, plus the sort of, they're devoid of the madness that the big cities get along with them in terms of traffic, pollution, etc., etc.
Right. Sagar, come in here. Kolkata, one of our bigger cities, sure, but not really on the map. It's not the first city or even among the first cities that one thinks of when you think about buzzing startups or entrepreneurs. Where do you believe, if Nishant believes that, coming together with people who are talented was easy in Jaipur, where do you believe a city like Kolkata scored for you?
Well, thanks, Natasha. I hate to call Calcutta a tier 2 city. I'm sure it was maybe 8-10 years back, but we've managed to change the trend, And basically, I feel Calcutta is a wonderful city. And, me being in the food business, I personally call it the food capital of the country. I mean, who doesn't like his food in Calcutta? Okay. So basically, personally, I think it was a blessing in disguise that for us being a consumer-oriented brand, a product which has a huge consumer market, starting off in Calcutta was definitely a blessing in disguise because you know what happens, your cost of living is cheaper here. You have hungry people who are willing to work hard and willing to grow. You know, they have fire in their belly and they really want to grow and make it big in life. But not much action was happening. And when this action is happening now, you can see results coming in.
Sure, given the fact that I've spent many years both in Kolkata and Jaipur, I can so agree with the points that both of you are making. But Sahil, you're from Jammu. You're running this online store for natural and organic products. The part of the country that you're operating from comes with its own set of challenges. Yet you chose to stay on here and start your business. How has that experience been?
The basic motive behind creating a startup or creating a company which provides an organic products, it was highlighted in my mind when we were deeply recognized everywhere across India and across world, in fact, by guns and goons. Like, we were always recognized as a terrorist hit state.
That really is a tragedy, yes.
The flowers which, yeah, and there was no flower who was blooming here with the name of startup, and there was quite a very healthy people here who were working in the technology field, but they were not getting any challenges across India because we were not able to step out of the country, out of the state. So what I thought back 4-5 years back is let me have a challenge here, and let me make my home ground a brand.
You've really managed to do that. You've really managed to do that, Sahil. But I just want to interrupt you quickly. I'm sorry. I just want to interrupt you quickly to ask, in all these 4-5 years that you've been running this, from the time that you came up with the idea to its implementation, did you ever think that I wish it was not Jammu, it was somewhere else? Or were you always most comfortable being there and sort of never really thought seriously about having to move out?
Yes, definitely. As you know, like our history, we started up with in my apartment when I was working in Mumbai. So I started up from Mumbai. In fact, I never started up from Jammu.
I see.
So just working there for around 6 months. So I moved back to Jammu. The concept was supplying products directly from here, getting the consumers loyalty, and getting the faith and trust from the consumers. We have basically fought and created each set of requirement, be it resources, be it technology. We have fought with, and even that last couple of months we have been facing like a lot of strikes and complete J&K ban.
Absolutely.
So still
more power to you, Sahil. Right, more
Yeah.
power to you. We really need more people like yourself to come out there. Mr. Sood, come in quickly. It's almost a cliche now to say that the real India is lying outside our big centers. There's absolutely no dearth of talent. In fact, there's a big debate raging on whether the best talent actually is outside the cities that are firmly on the map. And perhaps startups and our entrepreneurs just proving that. This panel is sort of evidence to all of that.
No, absolutely. Now, there is a lot of glamour associated with the tier 1 cities. But and a lot of startups are mushrooming around tier 1 cities. But if you see, in terms of the talent, there is a whole lot of talent which is there in tier 2 cities, small towns, which is just waiting to be tapped.
Right.
And I'll give you a couple of examples. Way back in 2011, 2012, as part of NASSCOM, we were running this mentorship program, and 2 of the very successful software product startups today, Dhruva and Fusion Charts. I remember Pallav Nadhani used to come from Calcutta to Delhi, and Jasprit used to come from Pune to attend these mentorship programs which we used to run every second Saturday. So in terms of the talent, there is a lot of talent. Then I'll also give you another example, Ritesh Agarwal of Oyo Rooms. I've been associated with Ritesh right from the day when he came from, he was not even in Bhubaneswar. It was a town near Bhubaneswar, and he came after finishing his 12th, and he came to Delhi. So I don't think there is a dearth of talent. There's a lot of talent, but that talent had to come to metro cities to start some of their...
That's an important point, and even sort of Sahil has proved that. Sagar, if I can get you in at this stage, is that something that you would agree with, that forget your own example, because of course Kolkata, the point of course that you made, not really tier 2, tier 3, but still not firmly on the startup map. But is that your experience? And then I want to get Nishant in, that you really need for entrepreneurs to step out into those key centers, the bigger centers, maybe gain some experience, maybe meet the right people, maybe put the idea out there before they move back to where they believe they want to be?
You see, actually, success is in a way also infectious, So earlier, people in Calcutta and in the other smaller cities would feel that, they did not have the belief in them that, they could do it. But once people have started doing it, that belief has set in, वो कहते हैं ना घर की मुर्गी दार बराबर. That is what it was earlier, I mean, me being from Calcutta, I literally, to get into the best mall of Calcutta, I had to go all the way to Bangalore and open a big outlet there to let people in Calcutta know that how good a Wow Momo could be.
Right. Nishant, you made the point earlier about finding the right kind of talent. But that is something, it's very interesting to hear you say that. But that's really something that has been spoken about. In fact, if I've, in all my experience when I've been speaking to founders, even from the big cities like, say, Bangalore, Delhi, even Mumbai, the one thing that they've said has been the biggest challenge for them is putting together that team, not finding the kind of either qualified or people who have their kind of vision. So how do you believe that Jaipur, that your experience was different?
Yeah, so Jaipur, actually we've had a wonderful experience. So first, obviously there are a few things which we need to sort of consider, right? Why this could work and why this may not work.
Sure.
So first, Jaipur as a city produces a lot of high quality engineering talent, which actually because of lack of opportunity has to scout for options elsewhere, right? Now, when you provide them something which is world class and which is an opportunity to work as if they were working in the Silicon Valley,
sure.
People like great minds are excited to work on such products and such global opportunities, and they're even more excited if it is closer home. Also, Rajasthan, in particular, has a sort of tendency or a sort of like for engineering as such, right? I don't know if the other founders agree with me or if their experience has been similar, but we actually, found a very sweet spot over here where we found really good tech talent who wanted to come in and work with us and stay with us.
Tell me one thing very quickly before I move on. Is that the kind of homework you'd done? You knew that it was going to be easy when you jumped in and decided to start up from Jaipur, or was it you just went with the flow and then you were just very lucky that it fell into place the way you're describing it?
So we did do our homework. In fact, when I started out, I was in Chicago, when this all began.
Yeah.
So I was working out of Chicago, that's where it all began. In fact, I was shuttling between Shanghai and Chicago when this actually product came about. And we did our homework in the sense that we recruited a handful of sort of interns over here in India, and my co-founder was sort of helping us do that. And we found really good success in doing that. So that was our dipstick. But because that really worked out well, we decided to make the move and then we shifted base to Jaipur.